radio batteries used to travel in our Colgate box outside of the radio, wrap up with electrical tape. 2 pieces of wire come out of the back of the radio, one attached to one side of the battery, one to the next, using a piece of black elastic from a bicycle tube. Them time the battery is scarce commodity and you do everything in your power for resuscitate them when them done. You put them out pan barbecue in the sun so that them can heat up in the daytime. And you take them up just in time to put them back into the Colgate box and string up back your radio so you can listen to the 6 o'clock news part RJR. The days when radio used to travel upon shoulder, man a go farm, one hand have the machine, the next hand a hold the radio, right time is. Have a single deck tape, you have a cassette, Daniel Thompson play love songs. Lady in Red, you want to build your own love song tape.
I am very glad he said Daniel Thompson, because when Daniel read it, Daniel go on like him is a 20-year-old. But there you have it in that historic journey of radio. We got to mention DT. You saw there educator and social commentator Andrew Dennis, Miss Pearly, grandson. I made the error saying Miss Pearly's. And him said, no, they don't know. Miss Pearly grandson.
Pearly grandson.
Tell me, so why did you decide, Andrew, to use your platform and that platform to do this, to educate us? Comedy, but social commentary, culture, why?
It was less of it's almost a question of why did I decide to be myself?
Yes.
And that's a rhetorical question, because your identity is not a choice that you have. It's a subtotal of the DNA and the environment and the nature versus nurture kind of thing. In the presence or the absence of a camera.
Yes.
This is the kind of theatrical personality that you will have. It's just that we have gotten now to a point where, you know, you don't just talk, but you put a camera there and you talk. And then that gets a certain amount of traction.
I mean, you were like, did your friends...
Miss Pearly, Delia.
No, but may I say, did your friends say, no, Andrew, you have to put them something up on camera? Because...
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. I do have a circle of people who are always saying, no, man. But it's a loaded no, man. It's a loaded no, man. Like, you're supposed to do something more with yourself than this. Like, this should not be limited to just this a small audience type of thing. And I'm like, okay, let's see. And then social media makes it easy, because then you don't necessarily have to wait until somebody sees you and consider you camera worthy, so to speak. You kind of sort of just put yourself out there and see how people receive you and trust and believe. Like the reception has been exquisitely.
So I gotta say this, because there's Julie Mango doing Jamaicanisms and Jamaicanness. Here you are, and it receives such overwhelming support.
Because you don't have enough people that do it.
Well, I was about to say, when you try to tell sometimes the powers that be that if you do this, people will love it, people will embrace it, people, them say, Jamaican people don't want to Jamaican people are foreign-minded. I don't think so. Has that been your experience? Yeah.
Without vision, what happened to the people?
Perish.
Them perish.
Yes.
People have an interpretation of what will sell and what will not sell. In the advent of social media, we don't have to ask any questions. We just put it in a little package and put it down right there. So, and left it.
I'm so glad.
And now you see what we sell and what not going to sell. And Jamaican culture, you never have to put a for sale sign on it. It is a product that sells itself. And we now capitalize on what we have enough. We are import too much things, including the culture from America.
Yes.
We don't need to import no culture. We are rich enough. We have what we need right here, so. To build what we need to build. For propagate what we need for propagate. You know what I mean?
Correct.
Jamaicans, like I find, as a person who has traveled, I live very regular. Jamaicans, I find, are one of the quicker set of people who take on the identity of a foreigner.
Yeah.
If you go to London, you don't know who are Jamaicans, because everybody
but I'll tell you what
the language.
But I'll tell you what that is, though, Andrew. I'm going to tell you what that is. You will find that the American culture, from the picnic they must saw 10 years ago, so it's something that's ingrained in them, their identity as Americans.
Right.
I feel like we have left Jamaicans to figure out
Struggle with
what
the
our identity is as a Jamaican. And so when something else presents itself,
we just latch on to it.
we are too malleable. We grab it because we really don't know who we anchor in.
Trinidad. Jamaicans are Trinidad. I talk like Trinidad people. So you go St. Vincent, you don't know Jamaicans. You go Trinidad, you don't know Jamaicans. You go Merca, you don't know Jamaicans. Down in South Carolina where me there, it's not even just an accent, but a whole drawl.
Yeah.
It's like you sit down on a swing song and do so.
Right.
Yeah, and there are Jamaicans in South Carolina who, if you talk to them, you would have never know, say, then this tip off of the boat.
Darling, you're there. South Carolina, some of them don't know Aberview roundabout and their accent tick like a plant. Just stay right there. So you grew up with your grandmother.
I grew up with Miss
Grew up with your
Pearly.
grandmother. What was that experience like? Because a lot of what you share are... Is this Miss Pearly?
Yay!
Hey!
Oh God, dearly beloved.
Hey!
Jesus.
Hey!
That is Miss Pearly stand up right in front of one banana tree where we catch up with one something there because when the banana shoot, you have to catch it with something else.
Quite heavy.
You can't make it drop.
Yeah.
And then you put the coconut bowl. You see behind her right there, so them there coconut bowl where you lay around the banana walk because you can't make the fowl them scratch out in the yard. There's a whole lot going on in there. You see the writing pan the something back here, Delia?
Yeah.
That is when we used to teach the children, but the children were rock stones.
Oh my gosh, Andrew could talk to you all day. I can't believe we're out of time. Look there.
Oh,
and we
Jesus.
just start talking. Where can people
Jesus.
find you?
Miss Pearly Grandson on all social media platforms, MPG Productions on Facebook. What you see is what you get. Happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
It is so good to meet you in person.
Absolutely.
Listen, Miss Pearly leave some gems for we in life, you see?
Oh,
and
Jesus.
he is the conduit through which we are learning.
Oh,
So
Jesus.
make sure you follow Miss Pearly Grandson, educator
Yes.
and social commentator Andrew
Yes.
Dennis. Coming up, close protection officers for at-risk counselors. We're going to talk more on that. Yes!
Thank you.